I gotta just step on here and congratulate Tom Izzo and Michigan State for the job they did in Ann Arbor tonight. This is an instant reaction of the Michigan and Michigan State basketball game. I'm using my old tablet because I dropped my new one in the snow and it says you gotta dry it out. Well, it's been sitting on a counter for 6 days. And it's still not letting me charge it. So that's a problem. So I'm sorry that is happening. So anyway, here I am on the old device. Hopefully this works. Izzo just proved why he is a Hall of Fame head coach. Versus his rival and first-year Michigan head coach Dusty May, of course, at home. Man, that was... Shot percentage was even for both teams. But Michigan State hit 9 threes to Michigan's 5 and shot 41% from three-point land. Michigan State out-rebounded Michigan 34-25 in this game, and Michigan had 14 turnovers to MSU's 11. So there's a possible 6 to 12 point difference right there in the turnovers. But I didn't really recognize the turnovers throughout this game. There were none where they just threw it away themselves. There were some where it was just steals, and Michigan State was better. So I commend them for this game. Rebounds also can be an extra possession as well if they are offensive rebounds, and that benefited Michigan State in this game as well. Michigan State got more points from 3 by 12, so it was a... What was the final score of this game? Let's see. Michigan State won 75-62. And it was close the whole way until about halfway through the second half. I'm going to go through it all for you here right now. So, at the end of the game, Michigan played good defense. They really did, but Michigan State was just shooting much better. And Michigan ran out of time. So these two, this is the first meeting. The second one will be in East Lansing now. At the end of the season, the last regular season game for both of these teams. These two teams in the Big Ten will play for the first time. And they did. They played 2 games versus each other, as I just said. One. All right. So anyway, I felt like rebounds. This whole thing. Why am I looking this way on the screen? Why am I not? Where's the... Oh, the camera's over here. I gotta be looking this way. I don't know. This is all... I'm a habit creature, so this is a huge difference in what I'm normally about. But in the first half... Well, first of all, I felt like rebounds would be the key in this game. And I told my brother that on Wednesday night, which is card night, where I dominated and cleaned them out. I got free lunch off of them. But anyway, I felt like rebounds would be the key. If Michigan could get close to tying Michigan State in rebounds, then Michigan would win this game. And they went away from it. They kind of tried to do it, but the nature of Dusty May and wanting to go score and have them leak outs instead of everyone at the rim, just secure the possession. Because that is the key in the Big Ten, and Tom Izzo knows that. He knows that. And that's what beat Michigan. That is what beat Michigan. So in the first half, it was 11-6 for Michigan State at the under 12 TV timeout. Michigan missed shots and MSU rebounded and extended their lead after an Akins 3-point shot. Danny Wolf then bobbled in a 3 and then had an amazing behind-the-back pass to Roddy Gale to get within 1 of MSU at the under 12 TV timeout. Then Michigan went on a 15-0 run into the under 8 TV timeout. I mentioned to my dad, who was out here at the time watching the game with me, that Michigan State is only close because Michigan is missing shots. Boy, was I wrong. And Michigan is rebounding, and then Michigan made shots. Michigan made shots, so 15-0 run was awesome. It was 23-16, and Michigan's ball movement was awesome, I thought, throughout the whole game. But some travels here and there that are allowed in other places, I digress. It was 28-23 at the under 4 TV timeout in the first half. Trey Donaldson hit a 3, and Michigan State turned it over. Michigan didn't have many turnovers at this point. Not many that I can gripe about. Both teams got cheap fouls to end the half. I don't understand what that was, leading to points for both teams at the under 6 seconds left. What are we doing here? The score was Michigan led. I forgot to write down the halftime score. But Michigan led. Michigan State was only shooting 34% at the time in the first half. They heated up. They got rebounds. They got putbacks. All right, second half. Richardson drilled a 3 in the first half to start this game, right? He did the same thing in the second half. Looked like the same point, the same play. And Dusty May was not ready for that. It was a cat and mouse game between these two. I'm telling you. So both teams got, here we go. Yep, it was a 1-point game, 38-37 after that, with exactly 16 minutes left on the clock, which means at the under 12 TV timeout, it was 42-40 in the second half. And MSU player was feeling his jaw at this point. It was a physical game, I'm telling you. And then these cheapy fouls were called. After all that other stuff where people were beating each other up and running into each other and raking each other, none of that was called. And then there were some cheap travel calls and other calls that I didn't agree with. But I digress again. Michigan State got a layup and a nice pick and roll, and then a jam by Cooper to give MSU a lead. That was awesome. 44-42. That was awesome for Sparty. Roddy Gale missed the rim from a 3-point try. And then Michigan State got a fast break for Richardson and another layup at the 13-13 mark, where Dusty May had to call a timeout after a flurry of Michigan State. The score was 46-42 Michigan State. There was still a chance. And then at this time, a terrible call on Cheddar, who got the rebound and then kind of shouldered somebody out of the arc, and he was called for offensive foul. So negate them 2 points that he scored on the putback and give Michigan State the ball. That was just a terrible call, in my opinion. Vlad Golden continued to make free throws for this team, but no one else could. What's that all about? He made 2 more. Then Burnett hit his 3, finally. But Holloman, this is when Holloman scored 9 points straight for Michigan State. He answered that 3 with a 3 of his own. Golden made 2, but Holloman hit another desperate 3. He was way out. caught, turned, shot, in. That's a good shooter right there, Trey Holloman. Then he drilled another one after Michigan missed one of their tries. We were trying to keep up with the Joneses this whole game, Michigan was, and Izzo knew that. And Izzo knew if he could do what we were trying to do first, he was going to win that game. Man, it was a cat and mouse game. It was chess, not checkers. And Izzo's good at chess. So, it was 57-49, Michigan State at the under 12 TV timeout, their largest lead. Kohler got his fourth foul, but he really wasn't a factor in the game. He's just a body that was in there. As Roddy Gale said, I'm going to contribute. And he flew up and got that rebound and got fouled by Kohler. And that was that was him saying, I need to do something because I'm not doing anything else for this team. So I'm going to go get this one possession. And then a Michigan turnover led to MSU lead at the under 8 TV timeout. And Michigan State extended the lead to 11 points, 62-51. And I kept thinking to myself, man, but Michigan doesn't roll over. But we ran out of time. They didn't roll over. They got beat up by Michigan State, and they got beat up by the officiating to some degree. The commentators kept saying, oh, they're tired, they're tired. How can they be tired? Their last game was Saturday or Sunday versus Ohio State, right? So it's Friday. They're not tired. It was bad officiating in this game, but I'm not going to, erase that because I don't edit, so erase that. It was questionable officiating, I'll say. But Izzo deserves all of the credit for this. Michigan State was shooting 45% and getting rebounds. A steal from Wolf was great at the end of this game where it wound up in Roddy Gale's hands, and then he had a under the legs pass to Namari Burnett for 3. He missed that 3, but Wolf ran the court and got that offensive putback. That was a great play. But then Michigan was crashing offensive and defensive glass late in this game too, which I thought, they got back within 4 points late in this game. And Golden wound up with an and 1, and then he shot a couple more. Michigan was within 3 points. But both teams started working on points in the paint instead of just the offense that they were running. Michigan State had more success in that category, bringing their lead to a 6-point lead late in this game at the under 4 TV timeout, 68-62. And Michigan State had 31 bench points at this time. So maybe maybe the commentators were right later in this game where our starters were in there more and may have gotten tired because Michigan State was able to bring on the bench players. I get all of that. But it's been since Friday. It is Friday. It's been since Sunday that Michigan has been on the court. So Michigan played good defense out of the timeout. And there was a walk by Roddy Gale. And Fears hit a 3, Fears Jr., so for Michigan State. So it was 71-62 with 1:42 left in the game. And then they got a rebound, an offensive rebound. And then they got another offensive rebound. And then they drained the clock. It was impressive. They went to the glass. They know what possessions are, and they know that they matter. And Izzo's great. It was a cat and mouse going on with Izzo and May. And, you know, the youngster in the Big Ten had to bow down to the elder classman of the Big Ten, which is Tom Izzo. We're going to see them we're going to see you in East Lansing. I think we could shoot better. I think we could have less turnovers. I think we could hit more free throws. I think we could get more rebounds. We have 2 7-footers and 2 6'10" players. I didn't even see Sam Walters, did you? Why didn't Sam Walters play for Michigan tonight? I saw LJ Kason. He did pretty good. Why didn't we play our bench? What is with Dusty Mann not wanting to play the bench? That's a question for all of you. Let me know in the comments below. Is this a guarantee that Michigan State is going to win the Big Ten, or can Michigan rebound and come back? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. I'll still say go blue. And friends don't let friends be State fans, except for tonight where they can celebrate and have a good time. So there's my video. Hopefully it uploads. Hopefully I can get it to upload on my old tablet. We'll see.